Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in. Welcome to RDTV, and today we're taking a very special, an incredible in fact, a monumental, a mammoth, a humongous track for a test drive in our latest Talk and Drive video. We are looking at one of the finest mods, in my opinion, that's come out for AC ever, really. LA Canyons. It is huge. You can see on the screen behind me at the moment we've got the download page at Race Department where you can get this track from, and it really is quite exceptional. Created by Phoenix 77, LA Canyons are real roads in LA, believe it or not. But what is the most impressive thing about this is the sheer size and scale of the track or the road or the environment or the map or whatever it is that you want to call it. What John's done is simply mind-blowing. You can see on the video that we've got behind, on the screen that we've got behind us. It looks beautiful. What an attractive what an attractive, massive scale we've got with LA Canyons. There are 42 kilometres, or for us over in the UK that don't understand kilometres, that's 26 miles of winding canyon roads. You've got hills, you've got different environments, you've got fast sweeping corners, hairpins. It's got a little bit of everything. Danger at every turn, perfect for going sideways. There's also, if you donate, you can get a much larger, an additional 73 kilometres, as it says there, of extra roads, and it's just got a bit of something for everyone. It works online. There's a traffic mod that you can put on there. You've got cars going in different directions, different starting spawn points, or you can just cruise around, which is what we're going to do today. Now, I'll admit, my time is short more often than not, so I don't know the layout really. I played early versions and it's come on incredibly well since then, so I don't know it well enough to go hooning around at pace. So we're going to have a cruise and drive this time. Rather than a talk and drive, we'll have a cruise and drive. We're going to have a little look around and enjoy some of the splendid scenery and the splendid roads and talk about what an epic piece of work this really is from Phoenix 77. As you can see, it's based in California mountains and canyons, 150k a highway. That's a lot of highway, side roads and offshoots, and it really is, look there, it really is beautiful. It runs really well as well, actually. The FPS is pretty damn good. In VR, it's simply mind-blowing. I've not cracked VR yet in terms of streaming. Streaming. It's still patchy and horrible when I try and do anything in VR and record it. So I'm going to work on that and do another video in the future when I've got that nailed. So for now, we're just going to do it on the flat screen and give you a good idea of what I think one of the best mods for Assetto Corsa, full stop period, feels like. Loads of work's gone into this one by John. It's really, it's moved on no end. Graphically it looks beautiful, performance wise it's beautiful, and the scale is just monumental. I'll put a download link in the description on this video on YouTube, but while we're on the Race Department website, front page, downloads, the little bar at the side, Assetto Corsa, Assetto Corsa tracks, LA Canyons version 0.81, click on that, and then you've got this, the little red button, download now. Click that, it'll download to your zip file carrier of choice, and hip hip hooray, away you go. So, by the power of editing software, I will disappear from your screen in a moment. Might put a fancy graphic up there in the meantime while it reloads, just to link them up nicely, and then we'll take an incredibly powerful car around an incredibly beautiful circuit and have a talk, see what we think of LA Canyons version 0.81 by Phoenix 77 for Assetto Corsa. Okay, see you in a couple of seconds. Ta-da! We're back! We've got the game loaded up. We've got the normal LA Canyons version, so the normal direction, the loop. We've got an AC Cobra, which is a Kunos car, and we're going to go have ourselves a token cruise, which will be fun and ever so slightly nerve-wracking because it's a long track. There's plenty of room for making mistakes. I don't know the layout at all. I'm a rubbish driver. This is a powerful car. Happy days. And I don't want to record this 1,000 times because, well, I'm lazy and I like to do things in one take. And I'm a busy boy and it's late at night. So, let's see what happens. Happy days, everybody. Happy days. Snatch a little break. Why not? Let's keep it out of any kind of barriers. Let's keep it on the right side of the road. Even though there's only me here, so it doesn't really matter. We can cross the line without fear of a head-on accident. So, LA Canyons. She's a beauty. Look at that. What a gorgeous looking track. You can only imagine how exciting this is with VR, and that's kinda also really part of the reason why I wanna get this video done in a single take and not take all day about it, because I'm going to finish doing this, I'm going to export it to YouTube, I'm going to put a pretty fun thumbnail on, a little bit of text, and then I'm going to put my VR headset on. Nearly. I'm going to put my VR headset on and go have some fun of my very own, because this is stunning. Now, I'll hand on heart, I'll admit, these sorts of tracks are not normally my kind of thing. I like racetracks. And funnily enough, I actually like the smaller racetracks of this world. So your Knock Hills, the national layout for Silverstone, Donington Park, and that kind of thing, really. I'm not one for the humongous tracks or real roads like these are. I normally skip over them. But John, Phoenix 77, really nice guy. We spoke a lot in the past about the Pacific Coast track that he did, and also the progress of LA Canyons. And sort of when I first spoke to him, oh gosh, maybe a year ago, I thought I'll give it a try. It's not something I'll normally look at, and I was blown away by how good it was. Really was blown away, and it's come on leaps and bounds since then. That was obviously Pacific Coast I'm referring to now. So LA Canyons I've got very little experience in, realistically. And the track's amazing, even if this is not your bag, even if you're not into this kind of thing, it's well worth a go. It runs, for a track this massive, it runs amazingly well. I mean, I've got a GTX 980 Ti under the hood at the moment, although I would very much like to upgrade that to one of those RTX jobs in the near future, so feel free to fund me, people. Joking, by the way. So I've got a 980 Ti, I've got an i7 under the hood, my rig's probably, I don't know, 18 months, 2 years old, so it's still fairly decent. I'm on a single screen because I'm streaming. Graphic settings ramped up pretty high, and I'm getting 113 FPS. I mean, look at the detail. You only need to look on the screen at the detail that we've got around us to get that sort of FPS. Damn good. Exceptionally good, even, I would say. And, yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. The track, or map, or roads, or whatever it is you want to call it, layout, is also absolutely beautiful. I mean, at the moment we're starting to get a little bit into the twisties now, but it's got everything that you would expect for this sort of scenario. So we've got the twisties, we've got the fast sweeping bits, we've got the slow, more technical sections, and these are all based, let me remind you, on real roads. So anybody who lives this neck of the woods, apart from being an incredibly lucky person, and why, please, why are you listening to me on YouTube if you live around this area? Go drive these bloody roads, because they're awesome. But yeah, anybody who does live around this area or has driven this region might well recognise a lot of what they see here, because John's paid a lot of attention into getting the feel, the vibe, the layout, the corners, just like you would expect it. And by gosh, does that pay off. I have to be careful there. Second gear in an AC Cobra is never a sensible thing to have doing, or to be doing, even if I use the right words in the right sentence structure. Yeah, it's glorious. It looks the business. Now, Anybody who's tried LA Canyons and is watching this video and they've tried earlier versions but not gone back to it for whatever reason, or fool you, I highly recommend you give it another shout, because graphically this thing has moved on absolutely no end of late. It really now does look the best it's ever looked, and runs the best it's ever run as well, which is an added bonus, I think. And I'm hoping by doing this little cruise and drive rather than a full bore race, by doing this little cruise and drive, you get a good idea of just the amount of work that's gone in by Phoenix 77 and by a number of other people who've recently given him a hand on various different things. This is as good as you're likely to see, quality-wise, for a mod. In fact, for a mod or even for default content, this is as good, if not better, than some of the stuff that Kunos have brought out, either as default or as DLC later down the line. It really is. It's up there. It's absolutely up there with the very best of the best. And that's not just because of its scale. The actual quality of the road mesh, the visuals, the surrounding areas. Oh, I'm gonna have a crash here. Dang. Sorry, I am too busy gesticulating wildly with my hands and not concentrating on keeping on the road, which is sadly somewhat of a problem for me in many of my videos. I will say that I'm not as bad as I look on these videos. It's just time restraints don't allow me to put hours and hours of practicing. We just get cracking on. Anywho, that's what motor racing is all about, isn't it? Get on, have some fun. Who cares about winning? Winning is boring. It's the competition that counts. I would sooner be a midfield warrior than be an alien that dominates every race I attend. And that actually leads me on to quite a nice point with LA Canyons. Oh, hello. We've got a tunnel. Listen. Beast. Beast! Yeah, that's a nice thing about LA Canyons. It offers you something a little bit different than what you're used to with Assetto Corsa. Or with any racing game, to be honest with you, come to think of it. Normally it's all about the competition, it's about the race, doing the practice, doing the qualifying, racing to be the first across the flag, fighting other people over the line. In LA Canyons, well, it's not a racetrack. It's a whole ton of beautiful, beautiful, scenic, mesmerically sexy road over in America, where you can do what we're doing now. You can have a cruise. Just go for a nice drive round and take a look at some of the beauty that you see around you. But where this track really comes alive, or this map, or this road, or whatever it is you want to call it, really comes alive, is did not expect that to happen. Where it really comes alive is online. So you've got there's a pursuit mode where the policeman can come and chase you around. You can race with traffic on, come in the other direction. Loads of different spawn points across the map if that's what you want, and you can sort of race to capture the flaggy type events where you all get to the mansion in the middle. The endless possibilities that exist with LA Canyons is really, really refreshing if you just want something that little bit different. Or, I mean, as I've said before, we all know now, I'm sure, I'm a big fan of VR. I'm not using VR for this video because, quite frankly, I've not worked out how to do it yet, and I need to carve some time out to work that out at some stage in the near future. But, well, there's a slip road there, should have gone down that. Put a VR headset on, have a cruise, and just look round at everything. That alone is worth the price for admission. It really is good. Anybody who's thinking about downloading this mod, do it. Donate. Give Phoenix a price of a cup of coffee for his troubles and get that extra 73 kilometers, because it's that good. You just don't want to miss out on those extra bits of beauty that we've got going on. I'm going to find the next slip road, I don't know where they are, and turn down it and see what it brings us. Let's get away from the main highway and see what happens. Let's have a look. In a car like this, in the AC Cobra, which is a beast of a car, it's open top as well, which is always desirable when you're in the beautiful California sunshine that you can see here. In a car like this, on a track like this, mamma mia, stunning, absolutely stunning. Phoenix and everybody involved in creating this wonderful mod ought to be very proud of themselves, because it's wonderful. It's a brilliant creation. I don't have 5 gears, I need to remember that. Heavy on the brakes, not locked up. Come off the brakes, cruise into the corner, and away we go. Good job we've not got any traffic on, otherwise we would probably have had ourselves quite the shunt now. But we're okay, we're only having fun, we're just cruising and talking. We're all friends here, get a beer, put it up on big screen. Stream it to your television on 50 inches of ultra high definition goodness and just enjoy some of the beauty. It's good, isn't it? I'm going to find whichever comes first. I said I'm looking for a slip road, and I am. But I'm also going to see if there's a nice viewing point. We're a little bit low in the valley at the minute. We need to get back up the mountains and have a scenic overview. Anybody who's not familiar with how modding works, or doesn't know some of the effort that goes into these kind of things, it's not just the road and the layout that's to be commended here. I mean, look at the amount of vegetation that we've got, the detail in the background. To put that in is a lot of work and a lot of effort, but to put that in and not absolutely cripple the frame rate is damn impressive. If I'm honest with you, the way there's the smoothness that this track runs, considering everything that's going on the screen, that's cool. That is a really, really, really good effort. Something like this, by rights, should absolutely bring my PC to its knees, and it doesn't. It really doesn't. I don't think I'll get over that for a long time, to be honest. I'm stunned at the performance optimizations that have been done, and as I say, I'm driving this on practice mode. So I'm on my Jack Jones, I'm on my Todd. I'm not online, I'm not on a server, I'm not racing against any traffic mods, blah blah blah. And this is fun. This is fun. Now, imagine this online. We're a whole ton of guys. I forget now, please forgive me if I've got it wrong, but there's about 125 or so garage boxes. So theoretically you could have like 120 odd people. Whoa, dropped it down a gear, got too excited. Oh, I've missed a tree, which is nice, but I've hit that tree. No! Yes! We live to fight another day. Our car will need polishing after this. Let's drop it to second and give it some beans. There we go. Yeah, imagine this. We're 125. But no, I dare say that will really kill your PC. But just imagine this with a whole bunch of other people. Racing, keeping it on your side of the road, traffic coming the other way, the police on the way after you. Oh, that looks like a good spot. Let's turn it around and have a view. Nice. I really need to do that. I need to buy a car in real life that's rear-wheel drive, and that'll allow me to do that. Let's have a look what we can see. And I've picked a lousy spot to do it because we can see trees, and we don't want trees. So let's pop her in reverse. Look over my shoulder, nothing's coming. Ha, not really, there's a green screen behind me, that's all I can see. And we'll find a better spot. Feels like we're starting to go back uphill. Oh, 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 we're not going uphill. We're going through the hill. Here we go, this is what I want. Into the pits. turn it around. And look at that. Let's put our side view on. Again, poor view. Sorry guys, not picked the right spot to stop. Let's try not to be too clever about this and just get back on the track. What did that sign say? Let's read that. This is the other thing I like. I love these little details and the little road signs and everything. What's it saying? Fire danger is high today. Ooh. Well, there's no rain in Assetto Corsa 1, so if a fire does break out, we've got a problem. There shall be no atmospheric conditions that fall upon our heads to resolve that problem. Anyway, back to driving. Come on, Paul. You've ummed about enough. Let's give it some now and have a look at LA canyons. This is probably a precursor to a big accident, but let's give it some on corners that we don't know in a car that's probably as hard to drive as any other in AC. Bit of a lock up, bit of understeer. Let's put the loud pedal on. Brings the rear end round. Woohoo! Tank slappers are a chuff in this car. Lot of understeer. Let's go foliage hunting. Yes, I will make a fire of you. Okay, let's start with that. That's just... Is that a viewpoint? It's not too bad. You can only imagine though, seriously. Let's be serious now for a moment. You can only imagine how good this is in virtual reality, where you can flick your head around to your heart's content and look at stuff. As well as the driving experience, it's the visual experience that this track's all about. And I think it's just a groundbreaking circuit in terms of Assetto Corsa. There's nothing, as far as I'm aware, of this scale anywhere to be had in the sim, first or third party content wise. It's just a beast of a track. And as I say, if you donate a few pennies to Phoenix and Friends, then you've got another 73 kilometres to play with. This is, what did I say it was at the beginning? 43k as the standard version. That's numbers to give you the headache. That's what that is. That's just huge. And you can't really get your head around the fact that it all works. It all works. All the qualities, not sort of done the opening 3 kilometres perfectly, so you think, oh, this is good, and then it all goes copy and paste or cheap tack further into the track you get. Is really put the same level of attention to detail in across the board, and that's yeah, that's something to be commended. That there is no joining up of the same section of circuit on different parts of the map to make it feel like you've got artificially a bigger environment to play with than in reality that you have. It's all been done to the same care and attention, the same level of detail. It's all unique to its own part, and it all matches real roads. And it's a labour of love, and it's very obviously a labour of love. It's not something that's been knocked out quick to have the kudos of being, hey, look at me, I've made a big track. It's all been done with a desire to make something different, unique, and pretty damn special. And it's been achieved. That aim has been achieved with cherries on top. And bear in mind, this is only, I say only, this is only version 0.82, so we're not even, there we go, nearly, at what Phoenix considers to be a full release. So, heaven only knows what extra bits of goodness are coming our way for this to be considered. Hey, that's me. That's a lap. I've had a bit of Redito, I've had a bit of fun. But that's a lap. What an amazing mod. So as I was saying, heaven only knows what's coming to this before it becomes version 1 ready. Anybody who's thinking, hey, that's good, please bear in mind this is the loop version of the circuit. There are several different alternative varieties and flavours of LA Canyons for you to enjoy that have got different layouts, different lengths. There's a reverse version of this, there's the distance version that takes you much further afield. You can go down the little, I nearly said escape roads then, but they're not, are they? You can go down the little slip roads and whatnot and go on a different route on that and things. You can race it online, there's a pursuit mode, you can spin into Armco, sorry. You can have traffic come in the opposite direction. I mean, I'm not a drifter, it's not my bag at all, he says while going sideways. I mean, these are perfect for drifting as well, of course. These roads are absolutely beautiful for those that like the sideways activity. But yeah, it's got a little bit of something, a little bit of everything. I reckon that little pirouette, probably a good time for me to knock it on head. So yeah, LA Canyons by Phoenix 77 for Assetto Corsa. It's incredible. It's a free mod, you can donate and get a slightly larger version, well, a considerably larger version, and I couldn't recommend it enough. I think it's one of the best mod tracks for Assetto Corsa bar none. It's something very unique, very different. It's the largest track I'm aware of, definitely, and I highly, highly recommend it. Outstanding job by all concerned. Loving it. If you like this video, even though it's been a little bit awful on the driving department, then please give us a like and a subscribe at YouTube. Follow us on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. I've been Paul. This has been LA Canyons version 0.82 for Assetto Corsa by Phoenix 77. This has been RDTV. Sim Racing's awesome. Until next time, I'll catch you later.